Coming up, a chat with Jason Chadwell from Mojo Modelworks. Well, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is the first of several interviews I have for you from Wonderfest 2026, and I'm going to kick off this series with an interview I had with Jason Chadwell from Mojo Modelworks. I first met Jason at Wonderfest 2019, where he approached me to ask if I'd be interested in building a TIE fighter bomber that he had designed for 3D printing that he had for sale at his company called Mojo Modelworks. I agreed to do so in hopes of also providing a little exposure to his new venture, and this is how it turned out. Now, I've been in touch with Jason on and off through the years since that time, and I know that he's gone back to his roots of illustration. I know he's been working on oil painting and design, but he's also worked on expanding his offerings at his website. Now, I happened to bump into Jason on Friday after getting there, and he was telling me how he had a table at Wonderfest this year, and so I thought it'd be a good idea to stop by his table and to catch up with him and to see what other things he now offers at Mojo Modelworks. So let's go ahead and have a chat with Jason Chadwell. Okay, everybody, well, we're here at Wonderfest 2026, and we are with Jason Chadwell from Mojo, right?
Yep.
That's the name of it. And a couple years ago, I guess it's been 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Okay, about 4 years. Yeah, so he came up to me at the show and wanted to show me this TIE fighter bomber that he had designed, and so we built it on the channel. I'll put the link to that video down below. And since then, he has grown quite a bit in all of his offerings here. So what I'd like to do is spend a few minutes just to kind of revisit with Jason here and tell us a bit about how he's doing and what he's up to these days. So good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
All right, so I see you've got quite a bit of merchandise here to offer now. So let's kind of catch up with you. Where have you gone from the time I first met you with that TIE bomber and where you are today?
So I've added kits. I have lots of different interests. I don't have a rhyme or reason to how I add the kits. If it is something that doesn't exist that I wanted to build, then that's where I go. Yeah,
and it looks like you're expanded a little bit beyond Star. I know when I first met you, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff, which is great, but I know you have a couple of other things now to offer, at least, right?
Yeah, actually I've had more science fiction stuff. I've got the Eagle 5 and just did the heavy metal ship, but I also have done some real world things like the cannon from the for the Gallade Avenger from the A-10 Warthog and the Peacekeeper missile.
Let's revisit the TIE bomber now. So when I first built the kit, it was a great looking kit, but I guess there were a few things. Now, as much as I love Star Wars, I can't say I'm the biggest guru with all the little details and stuff, but I guess you came across, you eventually found out that there are a few inconsistencies, let's just say. Yep. So you've modified the kit since then.
I did. That was one of the earliest kits I designed, and I did find some stuff, and everybody is really helpful to show you what you did wrong. And I appreciated that.
That's great, yeah.
And so that got modified shortly after your build.
Yeah, so the kit's available on your website as well.
Yep.
Right? Very good, yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the other things. One of the things that caught my eye almost immediately was the Indiana Jones tank here. This is from the Crusade, right? Last Crusade.
Yep. So I designed this in 2022 and spent 8 or 10 months designing the kit, digging up reference material. Also comes with the Indiana Jones on the horse, chasing the tank.
Wow, okay.
So that's on the base, which doesn't travel well.
I may
so
have
it's
to
at
look
home.
into this kit.
Yeah. So it's a fun kit. It's got a couple hundred parts to it, and it comes with all the stowage, the barbed wire, the cable, pretty much everything you need.
That is just beautiful. Take a look at the details on this, and even the commander who's sitting in that turret aiming his gun, no doubt, at Indiana Jones.
Absolutely. Yep.
Very good. And tell us now, we have the robot from the black hole.
Yeah, so you can get the Vincent kit is commercially available, but I never saw Bob, and I thought, well, Vincent without Bob is kind of like R2 without C-3PO, so we need a Bob.
Oh, okay. And is he in scale with the other
Absolutely.
kit? Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Yep. Well, if you're a black hole fan, I tell you, that that looks just beautiful. It's really nicely designed. Great.
Thank you.
And then now tell me, I noticed at the end of the table there's something for the space shuttle, or is that a...
Yeah, so if you've got one of the 1/44th scale space shuttle kits, I started with the monogram kit. I had one that has the mobile launch platform display base. But where the umbilical towers go, it just has 2 plastic rods. And I thought, well, that doesn't look right. Let's make some umbilical towers. So we've got umbilical towers, sound suppression system, and rainbirds that come in that kit.
All right, very good. The Winnebago, that looks beautiful too. A lot of detail to that one as well.
Yeah, I've seen some of those kits available in larger scales, but I wanted to get something that was small enough to fit on somebody's shelf, and it fits their maybe budget a little better, but it still has lots of detail. There's wiring tunnels through the wings so you can wire up the lights. And
All right, very good.
I tried to pack as much detail in there as I can for people.
And then the model up above there.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
Well, that is one of my favorites from the movie Heavy Metal. They only ever refer to it in the movie as the spacecraft. So that's what I called it. And it's available. It's got clear, transparent pink resin for the windows. And there's also a lighting kit available for it if you can do a little bit of soldering. I've assembled all of the parts, the switches, the charging board, everything you need except for the battery.
All right, fantastic. Well, before we wrap up here, I noticed that you've got some art behind us. Can you tell us about that now?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, went to the model store, the thing that always attracted me to a kit was the box art.
Box art.
And because I do a lot of my sales online, I ship in brown boxes. There's no art, and that's boring. But I don't want people. I want people to have that experience of that box art. So I've done the paintings by hand. I've got a background in illustration, so it was important to me to share that with my customers.
Yeah.
So the kits that I've done the box art for so far, everybody gets a 4x6 printed collectible card with their kit.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you bring this up because I know what you mean. As a kid and even as an adult now, when I go to the store and you get these really nice pictures on these boxes, right? You kind of take it for granted, right? Recently, at least I entered in the show the 2 $6 million man bills that I did, and I had someone contact me because I just threw the other box away from the bionic bust out, and someone contacted me, said, hey, can you scan the box art for the Fight for Survival kit? And I said, you know what, you can have it, I'll go ahead and ship it to you. And then and it just dawned on me, I was looking at the box going, this is really
good noise.
It is. You kind of take it for granted, but that's just wonderful. It's great that you're providing that experience to the modeler.
So much of what we're doing, 3D printing is there's a lot of technology and everything involved, but I still want to have, and I want customers to have that hands-on experience when they build things. I want to encourage them to keep working with their hands. I could have made AI box art and it would have taken me 30 seconds, but I'd rather take a few weeks to make a nice painting.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with us here. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. So take a look at his website. I'll put the link down below. And have a good show.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I hope we enjoyed the interview. It really was a lot of fun talking with him and catching up with him. Take a look at his website. I posted a link down below. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me here on my YouTube channel or at innershadowmodeler@gmail.com. All right, well, coming up next on the channel will be my next interview with Joe Hudson, and he's going to talk to us about some of the stuff he's got going on at HG Designs. I'll see you then. Take care.